Hi there, Australian Psychic Cowgirl. I don't know whether I've got sound or I haven't got sound here, but yeah. Anyway, hi everybody. It's been another week of keeping busy, and I hope you've been the same. I can't believe we're going into March. For us, will be tomorrow. For you guys, will be the day after. So first 2 months of the year down, bang, woohoo, gone. So that's fascinating. I'm just checking my sound here to make sure I haven't muted anybody. So it's been fairly full on. I'm off to a festival tomorrow, the amazing Seven Sisters in Mount Martha. So I will be there doing some readings as well as joining in on all the fun. We've got like a women's festival going on. I think there's about 2,500 ladies all together on this amazing campground, and it's a 3-day festival with lots of amazing workshops and things happening. So I'm pretty excited to be able to deliver some readings there, and I've still got many clients that I picked up from being at the festival last year, and I've continued to keep in contact with many of them. It's been great. So I feel really blessed when I get that opportunity to connect with those from various areas. So, it just spreads the audience around a bit. It's been pretty busy in my part of the world here. Readings have been really full on. I had a lot recently for my remote readings. They're probably up there in popularity. So on my website, I've got remote readings, which I record between 10 and 15 minutes. And I just channel through some information, and I just get that information from your name. So, they're a lot of fun. I enjoy them. I love hearing the feedback that I get from them, and it's amazing the insights that get delivered via the, the good old trusty email. So that's a lot of fun. They're quite cheap, those readings. Is obviously more like a mini reading, but for those just wanting to get a little bit of clarity, they can be really handy. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. What else has been happening? It's really hot and dry here. We so need rain. We're sort of in the middle of a real drought here with not a lot of feed. There's a lot of people that having to hard feed in their animals on the farms because there's just not a lot of feed and it's dry as. So I feel for those people. We're pretty fortunate here in Sunday Creek that we don't have a massive amount of stock that we need to feed, so we can rotate the paddocks around and we don't have to then, buy in feed. So we're really fortunate in that way. What else? So a reminder this week, and I was reminded I connected with a gorgeous girl, Denise, today, who's also a medium and reader, and so we had a bit of fun together, and she was reminding me about grounding, and I was like, I'm like, something I tell people often, and I probably haven't done enough myself, of late. So, that was my little reminder to go get outside, take your shoes off, get in amongst nature, and just be able to really connect with the earth and do all those grounding things like a bit of gardening or just anything that you find brings you back to being relaxed, taking a few deep breaths and just being able to take a moment to focus on nothing or focus on being present. So that was my reminder today, and I was like, I need to hear that. So it was a great message, one of many that she gave me actually. So that was pretty cool. So this year is looking like to be a fairly busy year for those of us that have stepped into our power. There's a lot around at the moment that are really stepped up to being our authentic selves, and especially those that are really stepping outside of the square. And I love to hear stories, and I really get inspired and never tire of being inspired by people that be uniquely them and bring that to the table. And, it fascinates me and I love it. And I think people really relate now to people that are unique. So all of us weirdos or oddballs, as we say, we have a place now. So I'm pretty happy with that. And, it's great to be a part of that movement. And I love it. Love, love, love it. So, yeah, so that's sort of been pretty much it in a nutshell. I put some cards today, so I'm going to play around with some cards with my readings because, I like to embrace change, and I don't know about you guys, and I'm sure a lot of you are the same. We'd like to, just make it look a bit different or try something different. There's a lot of people out there feeling that urge at the moment, so I encourage you to step outside of your square, do something different, and, really embrace being different, being individual, and doing things differently. So change things up a bit. It's that time. If you're feeling a bit like you're not in the zone of the movement, the fast pace that's happening around us at the moment, if you feel a bit stuck, change something. So that might be change where you go to get a coffee, or change the way that you drive to work or to friends or family's places. Change things up a bit. Make those, I call it the neuro pathways in the brain. We need to change them up. If we get stuck in our ways, that's when we struggle with, being able to embrace life and roll with the punches, as they say. So, we all have ups and downs. Okay, so I'm hoping my sound comes through. I've got my first caller, Mandy in Vestal, New York. Mandy, how are you?
Hi. I'm well, thank you.
How's it going?
Good,
Really
good. How are
thank
you?
Good. I put some cards for you today. So if you're happy with that, I'm going to start off reading out what I've got, and then we can go into if there's any questions or areas you want me to specifically focus on. I can do that for you too.
Okay, perfect.
Rightio, let's have a look. Now I'm just going to connect. We've got Spirit stepping in for you as well. Okay, I'll go with our gathering more momentum and motivation in your life and diving into the depths of the unknown. So to me, that signifies there's something exciting on the horizon that you're almost like, I feel like you've dipped your toe in the water already with, and now it's time to dive in. And it's like you've had the signs to step into this. So I feel like this is a bit of an exciting opportunity. And if it isn't right there now, it's not far away. So it's like I'm feeling in the zone. I'm feeling like it's around.
Okay.
Then we've got there's a lot of pride around the effort you've put into your life. You're really well protected and you're a great nurturer. And it's almost like the reminder with this card to know that you are well protected at all times, and your guardian, which I feel like I'm picking up. Can I ask, is your father in spirit? Because I've got a really strong male energy around you.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like he stepped in first. And the two cards that I initially picked were messages from spirit. And the first one was, I wish I'd told you more often how much I love you. So I feel like whether there wasn't enough opportunities with your dad, or it's like that was a really strong message. And he's also coming through saying, believe in yourself, you can do it.
Okay.
So that's linked in this opportunity. So is there a change in career, or you're stepping into something new? I feel like it's to do with something that you're doing.
I'm self-employed.
Okay. So you're stepping up, though. There's something that you're branching into.
Well, I've actually excelled in the past 4 years, so I'm kind of overworked and underpaid right now.
Right. So what we're looking at doing then with these opportunities with diving in is about getting well paid and doing less. So it is time to step up for that, because it doesn't work working too hard and not getting enough reward, as we know.
Right.
The time is right. So in all those messages, to me, we need to put the price point up. I feel like, sometimes when we're in an industry for a while, we tend to think we can't do that, or we can't look at value adding so that we can then vary our price point. So we're not sort of pricing ourselves out of our market, but we are able to, make more money and not have to work as hard.
Right. Makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So because you're pretty clever, and I feel like there's an acknowledgement from your dad, like, well done. And you've made I feel like with that business, you've made it from nothing into something really great. And you've done that single-handedly, I have to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
And there's also something around relationships for you.
Okay.
Okay. So are you single at the moment? Because I feel like there's someone stepping in for you.
Yes, I am single.
Yeah. So someone that's going to be stepping in
Very
for you.
single. I live in New York. I'm very good looking. No.
I love it. We'll just put your phone number up there. Any really cute guys in the New York area, what do we call it? We want highly motivated, good looking, and they need to be tall. Am I correct?
You're very correct. Very self-sufficient, very motivated. And yes, has to be taller than me. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So please, trust it, because there's someone going to be stepping in. So if they haven't already, start to be open to them stepping in, because there will be somebody, and they'll be quite powerful. And I feel like he'll have been on his own for a while. There's a fair bit of independence around him, and you will love that.
Okay, good.
Okay, yeah. So, but you'll know, it's almost like you've been waiting for this moment, I want to say. So it's almost like you'll meet and you'll look back and go, oh, that's why these things happened as they did. Everything fell into place, ready for this to transpire. And you're really ready for it. I get that strongly.
Right. I believe I am. So,
yeah. So, and even with, I look at sometimes feng shui, do some of the things where you're putting pictures of couples around, or, making your bedroom look as if there could be a second person there.
I just started doing that probably last month.
Woohoo! I love it. That's awesome. Yeah, good. So you're ready. You are ready. So, there'll be no surprise when he comes knocking on your door, and you'll be like, yeah, I've manifested that. You are really good at manifesting.
So I got to order more. So I got to order more Amazon if he's going to come knocking. Is it the UPS guy?
Yeah. Why not? But want the owner though.
Yeah.
So dude, I'd love to hear. Keep me posted, because I love to hear the outcomes of when I connect with Spirit and get this info. It's like great to hear when it does happen. I do have to go on to my next caller. Was there anything quickly that you wanted me to cover other than that?
No, I appreciate you very much, and many blessings. You were very spot on. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, and know that your father's around.
Thank you very much.
Okay, take care. Thanks, Mandy.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Josie. Thank you. Josie in Wakefield, Rhode Island. Hi, Josie. Are you there? Oopsie. Maybe someone's dropped out. Sometimes it happens. Let me see. All right, we're going to give it a little minute. Sometimes the phones just drop out or something happens. So that's cool. I've got some more really cool cards here for my next caller, and I can't wait. It's not evening over there in America, so it'd be nighttime for you guys, and winter, I believe. So hopefully it's not too cool over there, because we're like sweating over here. Pretty warm. I'm about to go to a festival where there's no aircon and we're out in the open. I can't wait. I'll be like a red lobster next week. Just for something different, a bit redder than my hair maybe. I don't know, but yeah, it'll be fun. I'll have to remember the sunscreen. I'll have my hat, so my face will be right. So that's fun. Just getting back to on the last caller, we're talking about manifesting relationships. Really massive, big one, and often it's probably about 70% of information that I impart when I'm giving a reading is around relationships. Now, the best way to attract somebody that's ideal to us is to work on ourselves. We need to do the work. Nobody can fix us. Nobody has the power over making us great. We are not complete because we've met somebody else. We are complete within here. And it's a really important one to remember that you are the most important person, and the best love you can give is to yourself. As we build up our self-love, we get stronger, we get more confident. We don't take anyone else's shit, I have to say, if I'm allowed to say that, but we stand in our power, and we are not afraid to be alone. We can sit with that I am enough. Once we get that perfected, and yes, it is a journey and it can take a little while, then we're ready to attract that perfect person that's sitting in the same energy, because we want to come together as a couple. We want to be separate but come together on our own terms. And you can't attract somebody who's going to treat you the way you want to be treated if you're not treating yourself the way that you deserve to be treated. So, it's a little reminder that we do need to be, we need to be mindful of what we feed ourselves. It's really cool, emotionally, physically, everything. All right, Josie's got lost along the way. That's cool. I've got Rose in Johnson City, Tennessee. So obviously, Rose, you're meant to be my second caller today. How are you?
I'm doing just fine, thank you. How are you?
Good. I love your accent.
Thank you.
I just can't wait to get over to America and just get absorbed into the accent over there. You guys are magic. It's awesome. I love it. I just want to listen to you instead of you listening to me. So that was really interesting, Rose, because obviously, like previous to connecting, I pulled some cards, and obviously these are meant to be your cards, and that's why my second caller disappeared, and then you stepped in. So I love the way Spirit works like that. That's just how it's meant to be. So if you're happy, I'm going to go through a couple of the cards that I've got here, and then we can wrap that up and see where that fits. How does that sound?
That's perfect.
Beautiful. Okay. Now, can I ask, is your mother in spirit? Because I've got a lady stepping in straight up for you.
I'm sorry?
No. Is your mother in spirit, can I ask? Is your mother passed?
Oh, no, ma'am. She's actually in the next room.
Ah, cool. Okay, so is it her mother then? So I've got a lady coming through and there's a connection to mother.
Yes, her mother, yes.
Okay, all right. And this could be a message for her, but because she's with you, which would be interesting. Either one of you could relate to this. She's coming through strongly, and the cards that I'd pulled out as I connected with her energy was there's no such thing as death, which relates to her still connecting with you guys. So, even though she's not physically there, she is still around. And I feel like I want to go to, she gives you signs, and there's a little bit of she's got a bit of humour to her. So I feel like sometimes she gives you funny signs that she's around.
I'm trying to think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, your mum might pick her up more often than you. So just that's something share with mum. There's also a message that she's come through with. You have nothing to feel guilty about. Now, this I feel relates to her passing, and I feel like this is for your mother. Okay, so I don't know whether your mother, was your mother not there when she passed?
Oh, no, she was there. No, she was there.
Okay, so because usually something like this, when they're saying you have nothing to feel guilty about, sometimes that we can be holding on to things that we feel a bit bad about, or we think to ourselves, I could have changed this, or I could have made it better. It's like she's acknowledging, don't feel that. So speak to mum about that. Again, it might be her message to go, don't feel guilty about something. So there's something, maybe your mum had to make a decision for her mum, or, come up with something that she was in a little bit of conflict with, and her mum's coming through going, no, it's okay. I also want to hand a white rose, or what looks like a rose to me. So I don't know whether white flowers were significant, but she's handing me a flower and it's white.
Okay, could it possibly be her husband's mother?
Well, let me see. She's got wavy hair. Hair is an important thing to her. So She's somebody that cares about her hair. And I also want to go to a C initial around her. But it might not. Sometimes it's a case of we've got to think of these things and put them in place. But I don't want to hold up your message. We can come back to that.
Okay.
Because there's a couple of things to cover, and I just don't want to run out of time. We're just trying to connect totally to spirit. There's around you, a bit like my last caller, there's relationships. There's a growth and understanding around relationships. And I feel like this is a romantic relationships. And there's also children on the back of this.
Yeah, I have 2 children.
Yeah.
I do have 2 children.
Yep. And you're in the relationship with their father now?
Oh, no, ma'am. We haven't been together in years. Years.
Okay. Rightio. So where does the relationship fit in then? Is that have you started a recent relationship, or?
I recently broke up with my fiance about 30 days ago exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. All righty. So there's something around that in the message with this card. It's got understanding and compromise. So there's a bit of a conflict there. So was there something with that relationship breakdown? There was something that was ongoing that never really got resolved or sorted out?
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. I feel a little bit like you were hard done by too. I feel like I want to say to you, it was a shame. Things could have worked out differently, and I feel like I need to say that to you.
Thank
you. You did an amazing job, can I say?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, sometimes we need to hear that, because we just think, things are not, it's like we do the best we can, but sometimes we don't get that recognition. And I have to say, for you, it's like you gave it 100%. So don't feel like, you've let yourself down, because you haven't.
Yeah, I keep hoping he's going to come back, but I don't know.
Okay. He's got some changes to do first, and then I feel like there'll be how can I put it? Unless he makes the changes, it wouldn't be an ideal situation to get back together, or that's what I'm shown by spirit. He needs to step up, and when I say that, it's like he needs to man up a bit. I feel like with you not being there's been a lot of realizations on his behalf on what you did do, because I feel like he really didn't realize what you did do for him.
Yeah, I think that too, actually.
Yeah. So it's not totally, I wouldn't say the door's shut there, but at the same time, a little bit like before you came on, if you re-listen to this show, I've said about us building up our confidence in ourselves and building up our own self-love, so then we only attract people for our highest good. And I feel like with you just lack a bit of confidence, but you've got it going on. Like, they're telling me you're gorgeous inside and out. So, that to me says, hey girl, just get some confidence in there and believe in yourself.
That's actually not the first time I've heard that in the last few days. Actually, I've been hearing that a lot.
There you go. So that's confirmation, and we can't see it in ourselves, but often it takes people to tell you. And that's how spirit often get a message through, is you will hear this, you'll hear that line more than once, and that is the universe saying, time to listen and take that on board. And as you open up to that message and start to have that realization, you won't tolerate somebody who's not going to treat you in the way that you deserve, because you deserve to be looked after as the princess that you are. So don't, and I do feel there's something around with you, like the self-love thing is a big thing. Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life, and her other one, The Power Is Within You, they are absolutely magical for really starting to build that up, because we need to be able to build that up ourselves and get that confidence. And it's not, you can't just click your fingers and go magically, I'm confident, because it doesn't happen that way. But as we start to build it up, then we start to attract people that are confident back and people that look out for our best interests, because you're pretty clever. And you know, obviously with just this conversation, you do underestimate yourself more than you overestimate yourself. But there's more for you out there than what you're doing. It's like, I want to say the best is yet to come.
Well, that gives me some hope.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so we need to open up to that and say, okay, if you weren't limited, what would you be doing now? Because there's so much that you can be doing. But I think you're limiting yourself. You're putting yourself in a box. We don't want that.
I don't mean to. I don't know.
No. Well, look, we never do. But I just want to see for you moving forward, even doing what you love to do. You deserve to be happy and enjoy what you do, and it's time for you to step up with that. Okay? So by doing that, you won't be focusing as much on the relationship, and you'll be moving forward. And then he has to either come with you and move forward with you, or you're going to say, you know, you won't be in on going back and being in the same situation.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay? Yeah. So please take that message and run with it, because you deserve to be happy, and you've got so many great qualities that you don't need to focus on the negatives. It really is about, you've got this, and you do have a lot of inner strength in there. You've proven that. Just look at your life history so far, and if you look back, you will pat yourself on the back and go, amazing.
Yeah, that is true.
All right? Yeah. All right, I have to go because I'm getting the wrap up here. As usual, I'm running really late. Thank you so much for calling in. It's been an honour, and please trust yourself. You're amazing. You really are.
Thank you so very much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Have a great evening over there.
You too.
Okay. See you later. Thank you so much, guys. See you same time, same place next week. Woohoo!